session for a client. So I'm going to be sharing psychic wisdom and energy healing. If any of you are interested in exploring a session with me, please come visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for reaching out and giving me the opportunity to take a look at what you have going on here. I've read your goals. I'm going to read them out loud here shortly. I just want to thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to connect with you today. And thank you for sharing with others. We're all going to learn some amazing things. Okay, all right. So you say, "Hi, Abby. After the healing, shifting, and letting go that I have done, I would like to move forward with an inner passion, a fire, a skip in my step. However, I kind of feel like a deflated balloon. I let out the hot air and am no longer being batted around, which is good, but now I am just sort of lying flat on the ground. I'm not seeing my inspiration, my spark. Could there be more hidden blockages to clear? Is there any guidance on what is needed to feel more alive and more joy? Patience is a virtue, but I'm feeling discouraged by my apathy. I know what it feels like to just feel like you've reached the end. Like it's hard to ignite an inspiration. It's hard to ignite the feelings. It's hard to ignite once you feel that deflated, once you feel that lying flat scenario. It's almost like you have to just exist in it for a time until something in life or in time itself, like something shifts, you know? However, I'm not convinced that you have to. I'm going to chill out and take a look at your energy field. Let's see what comes up. Let's see what healing I can provide today. Yeah, this is going to be neat. I will say, reading your goals, I felt throat, heart energy. I did feel things going flat. Even right now, I feel kind of bored, I suppose. Very unusual because sessions aren't boring by any means. But there may be something, just maybe you're bored in life. Maybe life is just a boring experience right now. Oftentimes when it's boring, it's tasteless. There's no real inspiration or spark in it. And what do you do to create it, you know? All right. Okay. Yeah, okay. So everything is black. I can see the outline of different things. One massive thing is a giant stone, and it's cylindrical shaped, upright, okay, vertical, and it's slowly turning. And there you are, and we're standing here together, and there's kind of like a opening, there's a ravine, a canyon between one side of an underground kind of cave-like space to the other side. So there's sort of a leap of faith perhaps that we're going to have to take in order to get over there. However, I do see you. Not only here we are on this side, I also see you on the other side already. And you're kind of investigating this stone that's slowly turning. You're a lot larger over there than you are here with me standing on the other side. And it is very flat in here, as in there's just not a lot of sound. I'm gonna start laughing hysterically, okay? In your energy space, I'm gonna do something to create sound, all right? And we'll see what your response is. Okay. I just started laughing. Like laughing hardcore, like something funny. I just had a really funny thought and it was just hysterically funny and I couldn't hold back. I'm even slapping my leg and tears are streaming down my face. It's good. It's really good. It's really funny. When I do that, there's a swarm. Like it's as scary as a swarm of piranhas. And there's a swarm of, they're not bats, but they're more like piranhas that fly. And they're swarming me. and they're starting to consume me to get me to be silent, okay? And there's swarms of them. They're more insect-like. They're definitely not fish-like, but they have the piranha nature. Like, they could consume you in a single, like, 1 minute a fully grown cow has disappeared, you know? Like, they're gonna consume me here. And they're insect-like, but they could devour, and they come in swarms. And they want to keep things silent. There's echoes that come back to me like, shh, shh, you're going to wake the baby. Shh. Like this. There's a massive being, a large man, an energy being. He's kind of got a Roman soldier thing going on, but he's a bit like he eats a lot of food. Like he hits the buffet every now and then. So his like Roman soldier, his metal pieces are kind of for a man who has more of a belly, okay? But he's huge. He's like 15 feet tall, and he's, even if he has a belly, man, he's still strong, and you don't want to mess with him, okay? And he's dark energy, so he's just emanating. He's strong, he's confident, he's geared up, he has his warrior outfit on, he's geared up, and he's against the wall in the back, which is sort of like a center stage, an important position to stand there. He's standing there, everybody can see him. The piranha insects, me who's being devoured, the you that's next to me, the you that's over by this turning stone, okay? He has red eyes that glow in the dark. He sits down on a big stone chair. He's heavy set. He's heavy in demeanor. When he sits down, he's exhausted. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to battle. He's called out here to do something. Me making all this noise alarmed him or alerted him to come out and see what was going on. I put a whip in his hand, I put a sword in his hand, I put the sound of battle, I echo it around him, I echo it inside of his heart, to see what his relationship is with this. And it's just like the sword is like a TV remote. He's just tossing over there. Like he doesn't want anything to do with the intensity that it requires, the physical, emotional, mental responsibility of being a warrior, of leading others into war, of dealing with death, of dealing with the battle and the aftermath of the battle, as in it wears you out to the point that you don't have energy left. And so but there's this comfort side, like as he sits down on his throne chair, the stone chair, there's this, like, if I could just sit here and do nothing, I could do that today. I could do that. The whole TV remote concept, because we all been there, you know? I can do that today because I don't have to think, I don't have to move, I don't have to do anything. So then I'm shifting him and I'm giving him a comfortable lazy boy, okay? And TV and a really good show to watch. He says, but I don't want to be distracted either. And so he's choosing to put the TV image and that away. And he wants to find an answer inside of himself. And so I silence his mind so that he's not thinking for it, like fishing for it, you know, like I'm looking for something. I'm going to think about my whole life and I'm just going to go around and around in circles in the things that I already know. So thinking about the things you already know are not triggering new experiences. They're just keeping you attached to familiarity. You know what I mean? My guides are asking if this large being represents you. I say, well, based on your goals, I feel like there's parallels going on. It's not vibrationally saying as of yet that he represents you. The next experience. Oh, come on. It's a very long walk. And every step is the hardest step of the very long walk. And there's no ability really to raise the leg, to move the foot forward. And it's lost its drive. Doesn't even know where it's going with this long walk anymore. What if the idea that instantly hits me is, what if the walk made sense at the beginning? Let's say this is an idea, this is a path that you're on. Now you followed the path all the way through. What we're trying to get to is the pot of gold, or the at the end of the rainbow, right? Because any path that we're on is, maybe it's inspired by good ideas. Like, if I keep doing this, there's going to be a payout for me. Like, there's going to be something that I'm going to get in return that's going to be good. It's going to create a good life, you know? We don't come up with ideas that are like, yes, I'm going to destroy my life, and I'm going to slowly but surely work my way through destroying my life. No, it's like, it starts with what could be a good idea, okay? And then we work through it, learn lessons, meet people, have experiences, and then it just loses its energy, because where is the end? What if there is no end? It's just interchanging into the next stream of what could be a new path, an unrealized new path. So if you're thinking the path that you're on, or that you need to stay on, is the one that you started, you got to finish working with a different algorithm now, okay? Y and X equals something different now, okay? So now we're here, and things are getting kind of vague. They're getting lost in translation. And now what? Don't work with the same thoughts and the same ideas and the same reflections as you would be on that path, right? In order to try to work your way through it. What if you just stopped thinking for a time and welcome the unexpected event? And unexpected events, they could be derailing and irritating, because now we have to rearrange our life around this situation. But you do it, and you get through it, and you grow from it, right? And sometimes those things can jumpstart the unexpected snowball of the new path without you realizing it, okay? Now there could be an unexpected good thing. So sometimes a vacation can do a lot. Like, find an Airbnb and go there for a week. It just feels like not quite that. Meeting like-minded people, like go to a metaphysical conference, go to go to a Reiki meetup, local Reiki meetup. Go to meetup.com. You'll find local people who do meetup groups, and there's Reiki people, spiritual speakers, manifestors, crystal people, witchcraft. Like, there's anything you could imagine, I guess, depending on your town. But it might be good to, let's say the soup needs some more ingredients in order to get the right flavor that you're looking for in your life right now. The soup in your life is not as flavorful as you would like. So what are some ingredients that are outside the box that you could add to your soup to diversify your energy flow, to diversify things, to circulate it a little bit differently now, okay? These are just simply ideas coming to me that I'm presenting because I feel that everything's getting, like I said, lost in translation. The algorithm is changing. But then what? What do you do exactly? You just fall flat in a way. And then let things shift you into the next experience. All right. I'm going to just separate from this message, go to the next one, okay? All right, I'm looking at this large man and I'm starting to not like him. I'm starting to feel anger towards him. And I feel passionate inside. The me that you and I are on the other side of this sort of canyon underground, I feel like me, but I know that me is you. And something inside yourself can't stand that large man, okay? Is it you? Is there something you can't stand about yourself? Is it a reflection of another soul, you know? Let's see what comes next, okay? So let's just say you're getting riled up. You're feeling something fiery taking place as you look at this large man. Still have no clue what the big stone and the other you is about at this time, but let's see what comes next. I say go for it. I say allow yourself to feel this. Allow yourself to feel riled up. I mean, it is a fire in the heart happening here. Even if it's anger that's developing, it is still energy. It is still felt. It is new. It is something we can work with. It's material, okay? Oh, you do a roar. It's like a Shrek 4 when the boy says, do the roar. You do the roar. And you're like a big wolf, a big white wolf that rips out of your body, and you're giant. You're like a big dog that protects the underworld or something. Like you're huge, you're massive. You're a big white wolf. And you're growling and you're angry. And the animal is being unleashed, okay? And then it goes nowhere. You're exhausted from having done that, and you go right back to yourself. You're really worn out from that. I say, wow, you can't hold on to the energy for very long. What are you up against here that you can't just let your energy flow and maintain it? You're so exhausted, you're actually lying on the ground panting. Like, and with no follow through. This is going to be tedious. But I come up with an idea and I create a rope bridge. But there is the need to build it. Okay, we've decided that the next step forward is to get across this canyon, okay? Is to get across it. And so I've got the materials and I tell you, okay, we're going to have to make a rope bridge because the big wolf dog that you are can't jump across it because you're too tired now. So let's just do the next thing, which I guess is to build a rope bridge. So you're too exhausted, but you tell your mind that, okay, hammer, nails, rope, like boards, you're constructing an idea in your head. You're trying because you have to. It's kind of like, I don't want to go to work today, but I have to, you know? You have to do some things, you know, like there's things in life you have to do it. You have to do it, you know. So he has to. He's right. He does have to. I mean, either that or you just lay here. So if you want to keep moving forward, I would recommend that you do this. You agree, okay? And you're doing it. You can't finish it. You can't even barely start it. I tell you, just throw yourself off the side. Fine. If you can't be the dog that can jump across, if you can't build the rope bridge, then fine. Just throw yourself over then. Just be done with it. Let's see what you say. What do you think you're going to say? Okay, let's see. You do something I didn't expect again. Like the wolf dog moment. Okay. You look totally different and you're covered in extremely dark blue gems all over. Your whole body is covered in dark blue gemstones and you sparkle. And you use these stones to rehabilitate your energy like batteries. So if your battery is deflated, okay, then these stones are going to be the battery, the extra energy that you need to get the job done. I just want to remind everybody that we are all source. We have infinite light and infinite energy. As human beings, though, we do need downtime. So how do we continue to feel recharged all the time? Maybe it's just not realistic. But it's innovative. I think this is an innovative idea. So let's go with this gemstones, okay? You literally are covered in gemstones from head to toe. I can't even see your body because it's all gemstones. Not one, but many, 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 many all over you. This is helping you. You tell me that there is a lot of darkness. If you were to fall off or go into that canyon, there's a lot of darkness down there. You define it as lost souls. And if you were to go down there, you would be one of the lost souls. And you say it's like the last lap is always the hardest in a way. It's like, I'm sure there might be some disagreement, people who run a lot, but I was never a real runner type. Like to take walks, like to go on bike rides, running, not so much. And so it's always like this mind game with running. And then the last lap is like, it's just the last lap. It's the last lap. It's the last lap. And I was like, get me through this. Yeah, it's like the last lap. You feel the pain in your lungs, the aching, I'm done with this. I'm so sick of this. I'm running the mile at school and I'm not good at it. You say, let's take running out of the equation. The last lap and that life lesson, you say, is always the hardest. Because oftentimes in the lesson, you'll feel defeated many times. But once you finally reach that end point, you will feel so defeated you can't even reach the end, is what it's going to feel like. And so you're paralleling it as literally what this you is saying to me, to yourself, to all of us here, is that why you're so deflated is kind of awesome in its own right, because it is a sign that you are at the end of the path of the lesson, and everything you need to acquire for this time frame, you've reached the very bitter end, to the point you can't even reach the end, is what it's going to feel like. However, that is the death rebirth phase. That is the transition. That is the transformation phase. Just let it take you in a way. So you say, so I'm still looking for solutions to keep moving forward, when maybe I can just simply say I've reached the end now. I don't have to become a lost soul. I don't have to keep trying to push through this. There are no steps left. All the steps are complete. So now I can recharge my batteries. I can rest. I can say I am complete now. So you literally just lay down and you go to sleep. I feel unsure about this. I feel uncomfortable for you for some reason. And I put you in basically an energy space full of light. I can still see you. But it's a safe space where this part of you can rest, nobody can bother you. It's super high vibe. Only those that match this vibe can interact, which means they're going to be pure of heart. They're going to be considerate, gentle, empathic. They're going to be kind and caring, to be angelic. You know what I mean? And so you're resting in a safe space. I can still see you. It reminds me of like the glass box they put like Snow White in. It looks like a glass box, but it's made completely out of light. What I do is I rearrange the scene. So everything that's on that side, I bring it onto this side, and then I turn around as though that big man is standing behind me. And then there's the big stone, and then there's this massive other you, energy you. And I see that this large man, I tell him that he's a coward. And then because he's creating illusions that are saying that telling me that I can't do that and I'm breaking the rules or whatever. And he's trying to create illusions so that it appears as though he's not there. And I ask him to get up off of his seat, stand up, and look at me. He's not able to stand up, really. He projects himself as standing, but when you look through the projection, you see that he is not. You see that he is still sitting. And he actually looks like a really massive Gimli, like a really massive 15-foot tall dwarf, okay? And he's got a lot of facial hair, a lot of he's a hairy guy, like but he's really massive. He's a beast, He's a fighter, he's a warrior, that's what he projects. So I am going to define this as you. And you take your power back. You're resting, it's forcing him to do some of the work. He's another side of yourself that is sat down and isn't going to do another thing. So now you have to pull the weight of two. And he is a lot of energy weights, okay? When I say that, everybody is like, like, what? Yeah, it's like this realization event. And the big you by the stone is wondering what in the world. He's like, where am I? What am I doing? What have I been mindlessly doing here? And I see this he's becoming very old, okay? This massive man is becoming very old to the point that he's decaying and he's turning to a pile of dust. And now his spirit is released, and his spirit is all over this space, like it's everywhere in this space. And this confused you in the stone. I go to the confused you and I just touch his heart. He's terrified of the interaction. He doesn't want to be found. He doesn't want to be seen. The reason why is he doesn't want to be judged. He doesn't want to be evaluated harshly. He only wants positive interactions, and he's terrified that I could be hard on him. And I say, get over yourself. and you're squealing. You're squealing. And there's something of a super intense lemony. I mean, I'm just lemon as squirt is going everywhere. It's like a sour moment, and you're squealing. Okay, so um, this light is going to be felt because you actually want it. And so all this resistance and excuses and avoidance and forgetfulness and mindlessness is done now. It's over. It's a dark being inside of him. Oh, yes. Hold on. He's pissed. He's the most coherent of them all, to be honest. Like, he's vibrationally, he makes the most sense. Believe it or not. He's dropping the act, and he's just standing here. He's got a black cloak, and he's blacked out, so you can't see his face. I put him in a box, and I'm gonna evaluate the stone. Starting to realize it's an illusion too. It's not easy to break away the edging because I'm just gonna say I keep wanting to see, as though it is actually there, an emerald statue of someone, and it's emerald and jade intermixed, and there's white parts of it as well that are like it's very special. Okay, very special piece of art, very intricate design, caring when put into it, energy that is valuable. It's not just the piece alone is valuable because of what it's made out of. Is actually valuable, energetically valuable. And I do the unthinkable, I guess. I was surprised by this, but I take the being out of that containment, and I put a spirit into the statue inside the stone. And he starts screaming because what that statue is meant to do is heal him. And he can't get out. He's forced to heal. And now all of a sudden what is like rock starts to break off, so you can see the beautiful thing on the inside. It was always there. And this being is trying to defile it in every way. He's trying to transform it into it having skin, and it's got, there's other patches, like I don't know why he would want skin that is being burned, but shows me he's transforming into skin, and it's got burn marks on it, as though that is better than being in the statue. So I'm pulling him together, and then I'm putting him into the heart of this, and I am saying, breathe. That big being that turned to dust and his energies everywhere is now the next thing we have to deal with, is screaming like mad in every direction, super loud, gonna bring down the house kind of thing. And I say, yes, feel that. It's helping him is what it's doing. It's hard, but it is good. And the beautiful thing is, I feel your presence now. I feel that statue in your heart and that spirit of yourself healing in this statue inside your own heart. Energetic value is taking place here. This other screaming energy is actually coming to a place of resolution. Not quite there yet, but it's happening, okay? And this is good because it's alleviating a lot of dense energy for everybody. Everybody wins. Everybody wins today, okay? It's true. Okay. He's reforming himself, and now he glows with emerald light. And he's not a Roman soldier or a dwarf in the Lord of the Rings, or he's not a dwarf soldier. He's now more like he's an Asian soldier. He's a warrior. He's very massive. He's like much larger than a sumo wrestler by like 10 sumo wrestlers. Like, he's ultra tall, ultra wide, ultra massive, ultra big, ultra in your face. Like, he's big, okay? It's starting to make me feel like I can laugh now. Like I don't know why, I feel it happening in my solar plexus, like a little fluttering in there, and it's like some kind of hysteria that's being held back still, but it wants to come out. And it just wants to go nuts, like laugh, 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 laugh. Then it wants to laugh from the belly, it wants to laugh from the heart, it wants to laugh from the throat, it wants to laugh from the soul. It wants to laugh. This is much better. This is much better. And all this like seriousness and density starts to turn into kind of like a magical forest of some kind. It's lush. It rains and mists, and it's got like an Asian vibe to it. It's beautiful. You ask about the lost souls. And I say, let me look around here. I just want to see where everything's at. Yeah, we can go there. I see this massive Oriental warrior, this Asian warrior man. Oh man, he's cool. Like, everything that had him just sit on that chair as other warriors that had lost their steam, he is refreshed. And he's funny. He's really, really funny. And it's like he loves being funny and he loves making people laugh. And he accepts, there's something sacred and the warrior's path. He's emanating the wisdom, the intelligence, the spirit of it. There is goodness in it, despite the suffering that it causes, right? But there is value to that learning. There's value to it, and he's honored by what he has learned. He's honored by what he's learned. Remember now, this is actually you as well talking here. Okay? So you are honored by what you have learned. But there are many other skins that have weighed your soul down where it was unresolved. Okay? You guys ever thought about dying in the most random way that you weren't expecting or prepared for, and then bam, it happens? I try to wrap my head around that concept, and would I be at peace to die like that? And how would you find peace in dying unexpectedly? And it's just one of those mysteries of life, you know? But this here is telling me that you died before you were ready. And some of these, it's like about warrior lifetimes. And there was great heaviness to those deaths you carried in your soul, about the reason why you were fighting, about the goal, about the sacrifice, about the extreme conditions, and what it takes to be tough, to be strong. It isn't just physical strength, the mental strength, emotional strength, soul strength. You have to be strong for everybody as well as yourself. And you have to keep being strong. That to die before you ever got to know peace was a heavy burden. That's what he's saying. And I start to feel the energy become very heavy. I say, so what are you going to do? You can accept that you died. Move on. Or you can say it was unfair or unjust, or I wasn't ready yet, and that creates grief. It could be any reason, but if you die, you die. You know, if you die, you can't, you die, you know? What else is there? You've been chosen to die now. Once you're chosen to die, you die. So what else is there? Embrace being the chosen one. Embrace being the chosen one. That it's your day to die. Embrace it. Man, this makes him feel so sad. He just starts crying. It's very unlike his true nature, which is to laugh, okay? He is deeply in deep sadness, and he's crying. Because he says there's more to it than that. You could say it is as simple as accepting death, but it isn't that simple. So I'm asking him to help me understand why it is not that simple. He instantly takes me to the scene, and I see a boy's hand is cut off. And he goes from having a hand attached to an arm, okay, to putting it down. The hand is not attached anymore, and you lift up a stub that blood is squirting everywhere. And it's horrific. Your mind can't even cope with what it is witnessing right now, that you have no hand there. It's horrifying. It is. It's horrifying. It's absolutely horrifying. He can't put the hands back on the arms back on the shoulders, the legs back. He can't put the heads back on the necks. He can't put the hearts back into their chest. He can't put people back the way they were. As he takes this scene and spreads it out about how horrific battle is. How many body parts are detached from the body. Everybody's just like a puzzle that's taken apart. One slice after another. And he says that is the burden the warrior carries. And then the warrior asks the question, if that was necessary, was that necessary? And he shows me that warrior soul then holds on to the question for unfathomable lengths of time, because the soul then becomes a part of everybody who died. Every part of that battle, the soul experiences it. Every way that death is experienced. That he says a true warrior in the afterlife does this. Because war is not about an individual, it's about everybody. He says he's merged with too many souls. And too many souls that died in the same battles that he died in. It's too much grief. It's too much grief. There's no celebration. He shows me the sound of celebration, but there is no actual celebration to be had. There's no real celebration. There's he says, he points at my mind, says the ego thinks this is good. The ego celebrates, but the soul knows. The memories are there. I say, then love yourself. Go back and heal every one of those souls. Is that the lost souls that you are wanting to look at? The lost souls? Because I show him that he carries a great deal of weight because he loved so greatly. Okay, you loved so greatly that you would take it upon yourself to actually know what other souls went through in the same battle. And to do that takes great courage, great strength, great heart and soul, right? Well, my God, love yourself for doing that. That you can do that. You know, that's a good thing. That's an incredible thing. And then as in saying that, and I say heal the souls, it's like, don't just sit in their suffering. Give them their hand back. Give them their leg back, even if they were on the other side. And say, I just want this to heal. I want to heal. And they will shake their head. Yes, I want that too. So even if there is a viewpoint from the earth, the physical perspective, there's another viewpoint in the spiritual, in the soul level perspective. Another viewpoint. This is changing everything because now an event is happening for you in the spirit world, a spirit realm lifetime, okay? So I see this part of yourself, which is the combined reflection of all the warriors you've ever been, okay? We'll just work with the past. It just feels like all the warriors you've ever been. They're not showing me to talk about future warriors. It's just working on this. Because we want to resolve everything that is created the weight. Whether that is circulating across the vastness. It's like, how do I want to, is that really the right way to put it? Because it feels like, yes, that's okay. That's okay. All right. And he is assigning himself to a responsibility. So there's a profound version of you that is completely, incredibly a warrior, trained, skilled, experienced in battle, leader in battle, anything you could imagine here. Now he is assigned in the spirit realm as this spirit of yourself to start healing. I don't know the history of all the souls and the blood that has been shed, and it gives your soul purpose. And it heals him, brings light to him in a way that just conversation doesn't do it, because he needs to have an action. He has to put his feelings into an action. The action then starts to reciprocate what he needs in order to revitalize himself, okay? This is a soul energy. This isn't like intercollective stuff. This is a soul energy. This is incarnate selves, okay? As a combined soul power energy, okay? That you are feeling and channeling and experiencing in your day-to-day life. as heavy as that got, it was taking its toll on you. Now, as this is finding, it's resurrecting, this major energy is resurrecting now, and it's given purpose, you're going to start to feel that. Now, your pathway where you got wishy-washy and the X and Y are now different, like now the path is able to shift because some aspects of yourself are going through a major rebirth of their own essence, okay? And that is going to overlay in your present day-to-day practical human reality, okay? It's awesome. I mean, you literally should see a ginormous version of yourself that looks like a sumo wrestler type face on just a giant body, okay, with full warrior gear and a heart of gold. And he is assigned to guiding the lost souls in battle back to heaven, back to the light. He is healing them with pure benevolence, pure love, pure understanding. Your soul went through all that training and all that learning, all those lifetimes to be broken down by it in order to find new purpose with it, in order to find a new voice with it. It's a gift. It's really special. You know what I mean? It's a big time special thing. Yeah, you're happy about that. And we're back in the kind of foresty experience that's very nourishing and full of very positive energy and fresh air and moisture in the air, and feels really beautiful, really good. Wow, this is a different shift. I feel like it's totally new energy, although we're still in the old energy. So give me a minute here. It's like the big stretch. Are you waking up now or something? Like really waking up from a long nap? Like you're really waking up? Because I feel tired, but I don't feel like I'm a deflated balloon. I just feel like I had a very long nap and I'm just waking up. And you guys ever nap during the day and then you wake up and you're disoriented and you still have like the day to go? But it does wake you up once you finally get out of bed and get going. It's kind of that disoriented, like, I needed that nap, but man, I feel tired. And it's midday. It'll all shift. I'm helping you to stand up and to look around at the beautiful nature around you. You show me that there's still unresolved things, as there's a safe. It's massive. It's like the bank safe, underground safe, like it's got a big dial on it. And so you're opening up the safe without necessarily opening it, so that what's inside cannot come out. And you move through the energy, and what's inside are these weird, they're humanoid beings that behave like they're animalistic. They even crawl along the walls and the ceiling like a gecko. And they're really dark blue in color, and there's like 5 or 6 of them in here. And they're mindless. They're just, it's like they're looking for flies, and they have long tongues, but they look like odd humans. And there's something levitating here. It's like shaped like a diamond, but it's blue. It's really pretty light blue color. It's not pale by any means. It's more like an aqua blue, okay? And you show me though that the aqua blue is draining and it's becoming more like a diamond. It's more clear. And what you do is you drain the rest of this liquid energy out and you give it to these 5 or 6 beings in here. And they all instantly fall to this ground and they're just lying there. They aren't really moving, they're just lying there. And there's information that's guiding them to the next thing. They start to grow fur. And they're a pack. They don't look like anything I've ever seen. I can't describe it. I mean, they have long fur. They have woolly mammoth-like legs, but their body's kind of rounded forward. There's something of a mix between a hyena and a deer, but really thick, like elephant-sized legs. But maybe that's just the thick fur that hangs down. And they're like the size of a lamb. And their fur colors are like deer colors. Kind of that orangey brown. But there's like patches of darker browns and then paler browns. So you've got like a brindle look. They're not super furry everywhere, but on their legs are very furry. Their faces are rounded like koala bear-like faces. I'm really amazed by them. I don't know why, but they're warming my heart. I feel like I really adore these little things. Maybe it's like the natural human instinct to love little baby anything. You know? Baby anything is cute. They're like baby energies and they're really cute. And now that something is of growth and development, time is happening, and then they all kind of have a peaceful look on their face and they lie down on the ground. And then their spirits come out and they start to intermix like a friendship bracelet with 6 strings. They start to intermix and they look like a very pretty circulating, interconnected and soul energy. And they're female. They become just one female expression. And she honors the other sides of herself by expressing a hand for each one. So there's 6 hands. And she has all of them at the same time. And she emanates blue. She says, "Thank you for setting me free." And the safe just completely collapses. It just turns to dust. Like it turned to pieces and then it turned to dust. And we're just standing here. And she flies away. I mean, she's just going somewhere. I don't know. She starts to kind of shift into more of a greenish hue now. More of a greenish color. Now she's got some yellow to her. And you say, "Abbey, I don't know what to do now." You say, "Okay, well, let's reflect here on how far we've come. And now you have your big awesome self is going to help the lost souls from battle. You freed that, whatever that was, but that was really interesting and peculiar and neat. So let's now see if you feel like yourself now. You don't feel deflated. You want purpose. You say nobody's like given you a purpose exactly. Like direction. You want to feel like you have purpose, meaningful purpose. Hmm. All right, well, what do you want to do? You say it's kind of like you want to be introduced to things that you've never seen, experiences that you've never had. Like, you want to experience new things, something really new to your senses. New to your senses. Hmm. Okay, we'll ponder that. Do you want to do it in the on Earth? Does the Earth world have something interesting to offer you? Something to go investigate, something to go try out and experience, something local or far away? Could you put some time into looking and seeing and asking your guides to show me something? I already feel like they are showing you something. Does it have to be maybe metaphysical? I mean, if it's a metaphysical development, then start working on developing your psychic ability. You can go anywhere in the universe. You can do anything you want. You can discover who you are or other people are. You can see the universe. It's wonderful. It's freeing. Somehow this conversation is just you're receiving energy from it because it's just allowing you to kind of look at life itself and what life offers and how you want to fit into the earth world or go outside the box of what everybody else, the mundane life, to something outside the box of it, different. You have to discover things about yourself, new things. I feel that no matter what, you're reaching kind of an end and a beginning. And as time passes, the light that is emanating from this warrior you with the golden heart, healing the lost souls, is you are going to reap the reward of that. That is going to give you a feeling of feeling lighter. And it might even activate some ideas or some events to happen. And that could be interesting. That could be the right nourishment of new things for your new steps in life that aren't dragging on and weighing you down, but actually setting you on a new course. You know what I mean? All right. That was really neat. Thank you very much. Really beautiful, sensible, good, unexpected. You actually feel so much better. You feel happy. You feel happy because you needed that. It's like a long overdue shower or something. It just feels right, you feel good. Yeah. Thank you so much. And everybody watching, thank you also for watching from beginning to end. It's a long session, I know, and thank you for all your love and support of my clients, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.